Hello everyone, and Cancer, welcome to your summer solstice reading for the solstice all the way through the fall equinox. So hello, welcome to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie, Capricorn. This is your turn. So what does the summer hold for Capricorns? For you, it's all about relationships. Professional relationships, personal relationships. So Capricorn there are last earth sign, they can be very matter of fact. But Jupiter is in your oppositional sign, right, of Cancer. So this is really inviting you to lean in to the more emotional side of your relationships. Not everything is very matter of factly, right? There's a lot involved in relationships, logical, emotional, spiritual. So that's your focus for the whole summer, Capricorn. For some of you, it might be a little uncomfortable getting into like the ooey gooey feelings of things because you're very structured, you're very grounded. But you've got this. So let me see what I have here. So June overall is about new beginnings and self-reflection. And July brings you really deeper personal relationships and maybe even romantic partnerships. So if you're not in a romantic partnership, expect that something may come your way. Or if you are, expect that to take a turn for a more deeply committed relationship if you're not already there. So we're going to start off for you. My throat is going on me. From the Moonology deck, we're going to see what lunar cycle is guiding you through your summer, Capricorn, because you are the last earth sign of the zodiac, right? So you have taken on, Capricorns are considered the royalty of the zodiac. And as we get to like the last quadrant or the last third of the zodiac, you have learned a lot from the Taurus, right? They're the foundation setters. And then our Virgos are the planners, and they start to set the wheels in motion. And then you bring things, Capricorn, into completion. So let's see what the Moonology holds for you for your summer. So how is everyone? I'm filming this on Sunday the 22nd. Hopefully everyone is having a lovely day. And we'll see what is here. New moon in Cancer. So your oppositional sign. It says just relax, right? New moon in Cancer. And we're having the new moon in Cancer. Today's Sunday, on Wednesday, the 25th. Magic there, Capricorn. Magic for sure. But it says, relax. This card holds divine feminine energy, and drawing it strongly suggests that goddess energy is on your side. Relax. You and your loved ones are being looked after. Whatever your heart holds dearest is safe and well. This may not be the time to charge at what you want. So think about whether you can approach it from another angle. If someone in your life needs you, nurture them. Nurture and be gentle with yourself as well. Your diet may also need improving for your own well-being. So just be careful what you put in to your body, what you take in all the way around, like the food you take in, the water, the beverages you take in, but also like the thoughts and the emotions you bring in as well, right? This card is a good omen for family issues, house moves, sales and or purchases, or someone or something that needs protection. To spend time with people you love and who love you. Develop a thicker skin. Cherish what you have, and you'll have more to cherish. The whole gratitude thing. So, Capricorn, you pulled the new moon card for the new moon that is just coming in a couple of days. So relax, right? And it's my yoga classes this week, starting tomorrow. I'm doing a yin practice, which is slowing down, going deeper, right? Leaning towards an internal journey. So, and it's a little bit of a relaxing practice. Not always, but most of it is pretty relaxing. So, not a whole lot of quick movements. So, yeah, very grounded practice as well. So, Capricorn, you're falling right into that energy. Or I am falling into the energy of you, one or the other. So we have the gods, goddesses, and guardians deck. Oh, my hair is doing something funny today. So let's see what God, goddess, or guardian is guiding you through your summer. And you have Isis, sacred contracts. Ah, look at that. I love this. So beautiful. And let me see what Isis says. Let me find her. A life-transforming process is underway. Deep from the underbelly of the Great Mother, a wake-up call is sounding. Holding out her golden ankh symbol, the Queen Isis speaks to you. It is time to develop and share your deepest soul gifts. You're activating sacred contracts to your divine feminine mission on earth. These are spiritual agreements that reside in your consciousness. There are many ways to answer your contracts. If you commit to healing from trauma, you'll be an inspiring example. If you choose to live from your inner truth, you'll make it possible for others to do the same. Your sacred contracts are rooted in whatever you most dream of being, doing, and giving. One thing is clear. When you draw this card, you're expanding beyond all limited ideas of who you are and what you think you can do. I bring your relationship with your mother into a healing space and may guide you into therapy. Don't fear this process, as it can bring karmic soul healing for your entire lineage, and you may feel free to be fully yourself. Now, that's funny because Scorpio, when I did theirs, they are going through a bit of a dark night of the soul, or some shadow work. And shadow work the root of it tends to come from our ancestral lineage, right? So diving into those sacred contracts, they're not just for this life, but for the whole inception of your soul. From the beginning, all the contracts that you have created to carry you from one evolution to the next. So they're coming in pretty strong, Capricorn, and you are a very grounded sign. So Jupiter, I'm going to have to show these better. Jupiter in Cancer is going to help you with those relationships. Now again, this summer for you is all about relationships, right? Personal and professional. That also would include your spiritual and your soul relationships as well. So don't be surprised if your intuition starts to kick into high gear, or if you feel like you're not intuitive, if you start to get some tremblings or some insight that you haven't had before. And it might feel a little uncomfortable, but you'll be fine, right? Reach out if you have any questions about that. So a new aspect or element, it's not a new you that is emerging, but it's another element of yourself that is within you that is ready to blossom and come forward. And I thought I saw a card turn over. Eight of Cups. We have one card face down. We have the Eight of Cups face up. Interesting, Capricorn. So let's see what else this holds for you. And there's a lot of emergence for a lot of the signs this summer. Summer's the sign of growth, for personal growth. And also, this summer is a time where you can't really hide who you are, or you can't hide things away, because everything is lit up. And the sun is meant to illuminate things in our life. The things that we don't want to see, and the things that are ready to come forward. It's a hot and steamy time, right? So let's see what else, Capricorn. Two cards face down, Eight of Cups in the middle. So we'll see what that, moving into a new direction. Maybe you're walking away from something or someone, but we'll see. Okay. I'm going to pull the rest of your cards. They're not coming out, but you have Four of Swords on the bottom. This has been a regular card for most of our reading. So you have Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. That is your card. Strength, the Star, the Hermit. That combination came out for someone else. Six of Wands. Okay, so let's dive into this, Capricorn. Let's try to make some sense of this for you. Face down, King of Pentacles, and you, that is your king, right? That is your higher self. King of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Nine of Swords. Very interesting. Because for some of you, it may feel like you're walking away from a place of security. And that could be a false sense of security. You could be, anytime we face change, anytime we transition or transmute ourselves or blossom into the next evolution, we're always leaving behind the element of ourself we were. And I say this all the time, you're not in your 5-year-old shoes anymore, like you outgrew them. So there's an element, an aspect of your life that you're outgrowing, and you know it's time to leave. Nine of Swords. I'm getting the feeling that you feel like you're being taken away from your security, when actually it could be a false sense of security. If it's something that is holding you back from your personal growth, then it's no longer, maybe it was a place of security, it no longer is. Yeah, so allow yourself time to kind of feel into that. Feel into what it feels like to trust the intuition that is guiding you into the vast abyss. Right? There's like, where is she going? You can't really see, right? You can't tell where you're going. So some of you, again, may feel like you're being taken away or uprooted from something, place of security. And that might cause some disruption, right? It might cause some mental stress. It might cause a little bit of anxiety. But here's the thing. You're leaning into nurturing yourself. Capricorns, just by nature, take care of everyone else. I mean, most women do, but Capricorns, they're the ones ruling over the kingdom. They're the ones that making sure everyone is taken care of. And it may be a new thing for you to take care of yourself, to take a moment to see what your heart needs. Ace of Cups. This could be a new relationship. I don't think this is a new relationship coming in. I think you're fostering a different way of having a relationship with yourself. And when you do that, you'll find out, oh, wait a minute. The King of Pentacles, yeah, this is great. This is security. But you know, what is security without fun? What is life without joy? It doesn't have to be strict and regulated. And yes, Capricorn, you're grounded. Like, you see the lines in front of you. But you also have to remember to play. Right? To be joyful, to embrace life. That takes strength. And strength is not brute force. The greatest strength you have is that feminine energy within you, tapping into that. That feminine energy, that little tiny light that's saying, go. Go that way. Where am I going? Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. I can't go. You can. You're coming into a place, again, how to nurture yourself in a new way. And maybe that's putting up boundaries for people. You have the Four of Swords, which was on the bottom. Remember to rest. Again, it's a card of nurturing yourself. And she's sitting there lying next to her heart. Resting her heart and resting her body, which is resting her soul. You're learning to nurture yourself. You're learning to have fun, Capricorn, like to let your hair down, right? Get a little wild and fancy free out there. Yeah. And let yourself be feminine. That's what's coming up. Let your feminine side guide you. There's a feeling of a lot of masculine energy, which is needed as Capricorns because they have a lot of responsibility. And sometimes they forget that they can be soft. And in softness, there's a lot of strength in allowing that aspect of yourself, to allowing your softer side to come through. And again, she's got her heart on a locket. She's holding her heart in her hands. She's got her heart on a locket. She's resting with her heart. This is all about you and your heart. This is all about you. You have the star, hope, faith, the hermit, right? Looking out into the vastness, right? She's walking into the vastness. You're looking out into the vastness like, what is this? Like, where am I going? And we're going to pull more cards from the other deck because there's a lot to unpack here. But you also know that you have that inner wisdom that is guiding you. This little flicker of light. You know that that's within you. It's directly attuned from the universe straight to you. Victory, right? Recognition. Some of you, this kind of reminds me, and this is going to sound really foolish, somewhat reminds me of when Moses led his people out of Egypt back to Israel. And everyone thought he was crazy. Like going into the unknown, going into that meditation and speaking to God, getting the commandments on the tablet. But there was victory at the end of it. And then suddenly people realized what exactly his calling was. So for some of you, this might be a much higher calling on a much deeper level than what you've been doing, Capricorn. For some of you, this is going to be a complete shift. And how do you do that? You relax. You trust. You breathe. You dive in. You ask, what are my sacred contracts? Where are they guiding me to now? You have a big transition happening, or transformation, or evolution, Capricorn. We're going to go into the other deck and see what else the cards need you to know. See if any other cards make a second appearance. Some people may not understand where you're going, and chances are you're not going to understand either. And it's fine. Close your eyes. Trust. Breathe. Yeah, let the thoughts come in, right? And then let them, don't let them hold you back. Don't let them be a part of you. Let them come in and let them go. Go. Take a yoga class. I'm always going to tell you that. Move your body. Moving your body moves the physical stress out. That's just part of everyday life. Stress, tension, that's just part of life. It's part of being human. It happens. From the things that we do to the things that we hear, conversations like at the store we hear, whatever it is. It makes its way in. You have to find an outlet for it to escape. Take a yoga class, just saying. Page of Wands, hold on. We're not turning over the whole deck. The Fool, major arcana, new journey. The Fool, the Star, the Hermit, they're your major arcana cards. Strength, they're your major arcana cards. Let's see what else. You have the Fool out of this deck and the Page of Wands. You're going towards this. You're following your soul. For some of you, this is it's a new leadership role. I think you're diving deeper into what your contracts are. And maybe learning about what that means, right? Soul contracts, sacred contracts. That's a lot. And I should do a video on that. I keep saying that. So Capricorn, thank you for the reminder. To put that out there to make it a little easier. I'm going to see if anything else pops up out of here. And then I'll show you these two cards because it's like, yes. Okay. On the bottom, the Moon. Cancer. So Cancer is your oppositional sign, right? If you're on opposite sides of the zodiacal wheel, they are the counterbalance to you. You are the logic. They are the emotion, right? But both together care about home and family and your relationships. You go about them in a different way. Finding balance. From what you know, from the safety and what we feel is safety and security, to taking a brand new journey, like going where? She's like, I'm in my red dress. I'm lifting my heart to the sky. I have a fox with me. I'm letting nature guide me. Because there's a deeper guide within me. This is really interesting. There may be more to come after this, Capricorn, because I'm not quite sure what they're telling me, but there is going to be a shift. And there may be becoming a religious leader, or not, a spiritual leader, I should say. You have the Fool, Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana, Page of Wands, the Moon. You have a whole fresh new start. And this starts with your relationship with yourself and trusting into the feeling instead of leading with logic. And yes, you need to lead with logic as well. But you're going to start leading with your emotions, with the gifts, with the sacred contracts. They're going to make themselves known, whether it is through dreams or through intuition. Wheel of Fortune. A Wheel of Destiny is what I like to call it. The Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Destiny, is turning you into a new direction. And you know, you're okay. Look, she kind of like matches, like her little headband matches like the dress that the girl is wearing in the Fool, right? Major Arcana is Page of Wands. Leaning in, right? Allowing yourself to feel vibrant, to feel excited, to feel that spark of passion that maybe you haven't felt because you've been so responsible. And I'm not saying to throw your responsibility out the door and throw caution to the wind. That is not it. This is a whole new way to deal and handle responsibilities. Again, we're meant to be here to be joyful. We're here to nurture our heart, to let our strength show in a softer way. There's always more than one way to do something. To let some excitement in that's completely unknown to us. And to find balance. This really, first card and last card, Well, of these anyway. I still have to pull your Archangel or your Ascended Master card. Both Cancer cards. Allowing yourself to find balance. Allowing maybe yourself to lean into the way that others do things. Maybe it's not quite so linear. Maybe lean into how water signs move through change and relationships. Maybe leaning into the passion of the fire signs and the excitement, right? Fire signs tend to get really excited. Leaning into our thoughts and our logic, but not our thoughts, but not allowing our thoughts to take over. Having faith. Having full faith that there is something. Where's she at? Where's she at? I gotta find my card. Your card. Okay. I lost a card here. That there is something much greater than you at work here. Where did it go? Okay, there was a Hermit card here somewhere. Something much greater than you at work here. Something much greater guiding you. Okay. Okay, I lost the card, but it's here somewhere. And believing that there's something much greater at work to guide you. New beginnings, moving into a new direction. Moving forward with excitement. Because you don't have anything to be afraid of, because you don't have any experience that taught you fear. And here, you kind of know, but you're going, I can't help but to go in this direction. Capricorn, there is some really big shifts happening for you. A lot of these are spiritual expansion. I'm so excited. I almost like want to be there to see this happen. Oh, here it is, the Hermit. Trusting. I'm going to look for the other card. Here we go. These are all cards of faith. Divine download. Allowing the divine to talk to you, going to a place of quiet and stillness, allowing the divine to come in, then trusting and following that guidance. This all has to do with your sacred contracts, or your soul contracts for this life, your sacred contracts for your soul's existence. And I think some of you are going to start to lean into that and study. Become the study of you. Okay, let's pull your Ascended Masters card, Capricorn. I'm getting a little excited here for you. That's not to say, I'm excited, but I'm always excited when there's change. I'm a mutable sign, right? I'm a Sagittarius. I'm mutable, so like, I kind of like change. That's not to say it's going to be easy, but it is going to be so worth it. It's going to be so worth it. And some of you will be changing the world as we know it. You'll be the renegades, not like big fire renegades, but you'll be the ones just moving forward and marching to your own beat. And you're going to be, the world will see you. The world will see you for who you are and for the work that you're doing without, right? The world will see you. Crystals, Ipana. This is your Ascended Master. So, and you are an earth sign. So, of course, you would be called on to work with crystals, to work with your earth elements, to pull you in, to guide you into your next phase. So, of course, this card comes to you as a sign that you'd benefit from working with crystals. Ipana, the fairy queen, knows the value of connecting with the spirit of nature. You can find or purchase crystals in any bookstore, spas, whatever. Hold each crystal to know whether it feels right for you. Now, we know at any given time I have crystals everywhere. You know, a nice little tiny amethyst. Carry it in your purse, carry it in your hand, in your pocket. Carry or wear the crystals throughout the day for healing, protection, and increased intuition, right? Downloading the intuition. Getting quiet enough. Letting it guide you. You can also add the crystals to your bathtub water or place them in your bedroom or on your bedroom nightstand or beneath your bed to connect or on an even deeper level with these remarkable gems. Now, crystal children are involved in the answer to your question. Your life's purpose involves working with crystals. You have a connection with the elemental realm, such as fairies and crystals. Since Epona is the patroness of horses, this also may signify a message about a horse or horses. And she is the fairy queen goddess who oversees and protects horses. Temples were built in her honor during Roman and Celtic eras, where horses were essential to everyday life. She is also the protector of the environment and nature spirits. So all of this, and of course she's riding a unicorn, not a Pegasus, a unicorn. So what is all this? This is all about getting back to the nature of you, Capricorn. With all this fluff that's happening, the nature of who you are, your natural state and status. So start off with things you like. What lights you up? What colors do you like? What songs do you like? What food do you like? What season do you like? And maybe that takes a little time. Sometimes we forget. Right? Sometimes we forget because life gets in the way and we're doing so many things. So sit. Just sit. Sit with yourself. Close your eyes. What was your favorite thing to do when you were little? What was your favorite thing? And maybe that's not too far off from the guidance that is helpful for you to relax into this new version or this more evolved version of yourself. There's a deeper spiritual element for here for you, Capricorn. This is a beautiful reading, and I know I say that all the time. That's because it's true. We're all here to evolve. We're here to tap into our gifts. We all have sacred contracts. We forget that. Yours are opening for you. So again, if this is about relationships, personal, professional, and your soul relationships. Leaning into your soul relationships and allowing them to guide you will open everything else up for you, Capricorn. So, Capricorn, that is your reading for summer. It's a lot. It's intense. If you have any questions, if you need help navigating through this, let me know. We will schedule a call to see what kind of reading or work that I can do to help you. We can go into your sacred contracts. We can do some shadow work. We can tune into your spirit guides and see what messages they have for you to guide you through all of this, right? So Capricorn, have a fabulous summer. Thank you for watching me. And until next time, always sending you light and love. Happy summer, Capricorn.